carriage house that also doubles as the African church. Now, it was actually salt, right? And then the other commodity was actually timber. And that is why to this day, certain trees like Brazilito, Lignum vitae are endangered, particularly on certain islands, because that is what they had us doing. So this is what they call caucus forest, right? You could take that, spit on it, and rub it on your skin, and this prevents swelling and sores and all of that stuff. You're too young to know the other things it's for. Anacawana is like the national hero of Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. If you go to those places again, go out in another shootout. That shootout was a stalemate, so to speak. But Jam Dean's wife was captured. And they say, boy, you know what we can do to this woman if you don't come out. So he surrendered himself. Then all of a sudden I noticed the newspapers start talking about him just abruptly. So they all gone from talking about this the most wanted man in the Bahamas and this and that. They all catch the man, then all of a sudden I already knew what happened. But good discussions because one of his family members wrote an article about Britain Aeneas, and he was like, oh, Britain Aeneas chose the name Britain because he wanted to thank the nation that freed him from bondage, right? And he had such a great life and all this. Come to find out this man was attempting suicide. This man was attempting suicide. I found all the documents they put in the newspaper, oh, Britain Aeneas tried to kill himself. So if this man was so like that, we know that these things point to depression, right? And liberated Africans, when you look at the
Now, William Lightfoot, he was very prejudiced. He didn't even want his slave to be on the same plantation as him. So he purchased the adjacent property. All right? Now, anybody have any idea where William Lightfoot plantation is? In Lightfoot Heath. All right, anybody have any idea the property he purchased? Mount Pleasant. All right, boy, y'all. So you see. And do you believe that Mount Pleasant still has that stigma to this day? All in this area is no, this was built in the 1860s, not the 19, the 18. Now we talk about that, but you notice how this is designed.
John Canoe was a slave that came to the Bahamas. I asked the British government, all that is completely false. Completely. Now you all see this right here, right? This looks like this from the Bahamas, right? Or at least a little bit, right? So a lot of people when they come here don't notice it at first, but this is actually an on-coast outfit. This belongs to the Ahanta and the Nzima people of Southwest Ghana. Every Christmas they put these costumes on, beat drum, ring cowbell, blow horn, play music on the road. They call it the On-Coast Festival.
That's called John Canoe.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's where John Canoe comes from. Now, John Canoe was actually a man. John Canoe was a great warrior from a place called Princestown in Southwest Ghana, from the same tribe that is dressed up like this every Christmas and beat drum. So he was never no slave that came here, none of that. And this man was one of the greatest warriors in the history of West Africa. His troops swelled to over 30,000 people, and he was a no-nonsense type of general. He had a lot of resentment for Europeans, and he fought against the Danish, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Germans, the Dutch, and the British transatlantic slave trade. And he did so successfully for a number of years.